but I guess I have.
Yeah, everyone always asks this one. So it's Kyle is someone who knows next to nothing about guns. I've been looking into learning to shoot, and eventually, once I'm competent with a gun, get a concealed carry permit. How should I go about learning basic gun safety and how to shoot? And what gun would you recommend I get with a concealed carry being its only purpose? With concealed carry being its only purpose. Yeah, if you've got like zero shooting experience, you should. What I would do in my personal situation, the local gun store to me rents pistols for $7 for as long as you want to shoot, and then you just buy your ammo. So you could literally go in there and get a 1911 for $7 and an LCR for $7. You know, pick 5 guns and take them back there for $35 rental and shoot everything you want. You probably want an instructor at first, or at least someone who kind of knows what they're doing. You don't need someone who's an expert, but you need someone to teach you the basics. But yeah, practice with a gun and get competent with a gun. And then I like the Ruger LCR and things like it. I like concealed for concealed carry. I like revolvers with internal hammers that are light.
It's funny you mentioned that. My local gun store rents guns, also at $7. They also have an instructor, which is what I did the first time. And it was really well done. Like, you went there, I took a test, and they're like, we don't care if you get every question right or every question wrong. I just want to know where you stand. You know, like, if you don't know what a muzzle or a trigger is, then that impacts what we cover in the course. You know, if you come in here and you nail everything, then that impacts, you know, then we'll focus on the Windsor stance or whatever it is that they're going to teach. So I went in there, I took a test. He knew where I stood. He taught me to shoot. And then after that, I would go back without an instructor and just rent different guns because I was trying to pick the right one for me. I went in thinking Glock, I guess because it's a really popular name and it was known for reliability. And when I shot it, it wasn't my cup of tea. And I went and tried some more and then got a gun I'm really happy with. I actually have it right here.
For the really, really gun novice members of us like myself, what does that even mean when you found the gun that you liked? What was it that you liked about it? Like, what were the things you were like sitting there going, well, this one I don't like quite as much, and this one's a little bit better? Like, on what criteria was that you were even making that decision on?
When I shot the Glock, it like the trigger didn't pull in a way that I really liked. I didn't like the way that they did I guess I did like the safety on it, but it was too hard. It was kind of gritty, the one that I had. It's really boxy, the Glock. And also it points at a different angle. Like this, Kyle, tell me if I get anything wrong here. But this angle, like that, if you could pretend that's an angle, is, I don't want to call it standard, but it's pretty similar amongst most guns. And a Glock is a little different. So like when I pick up a Glock and point it, like without... aiming, I was off. Like,
you can see the difference is substantial.
Yeah. So the Glock wasn't right to me. To some people it is right, but it wasn't as natural to me, and I didn't enjoy shooting it as much.
To me, this is much more natural, which is a 1911. That angle fits perfectly when I draw it, but the Glock takes some getting used to, and I don't particularly like it. Another thing is the way the trigger breaks. Like when the actual part where you've squeezed the trigger enough for the gun to go off and that trigger breaks, it clicks, it comes back, the hammer drops or the firing pin or whatever. The way that feels is important. And with a Glock, to me, it feels kind of like, I don't know, it feels junky. It feels cheap. And with something like the 1911, it feels really crisp and clean and like a snap, like glass breaking, and it feels clean. And there's lots of things that are different about the Glock that I don't care for, but
I really dislike the trigger safety on Glocks.
Yeah, it's got this little
it's aggravating
trigger safety
That's
there.
not the thing about Glocks I don't like. I think theirs is done pretty well. Actually, I think I might even like it more than the gun I picked, which just like this bottom part sort of straightens out.
What is that?
This is
M&P.
a Smith & Wesson M&P in 9mm. It's I think it's a pretty good gun for the house. To me, it's way too big and heavy to carry. I wouldn't want to carry this. I thought I was going to when I bought it, and I don't know, maybe I did once or something. But it's a big rock for your pocket, man. For a carry gun, I've talked about this before. You know, you shoot it a little, you carry it a lot. It'd be my ideal carry gun would be a knife that somehow is a transformer that expands into a gun.
I want something small for a carry gun. Like either of these work. I've got a little like behind the back, and it goes in the small of my back holster for this thing, and it really tucks away nicely. And
Is that
any
the
of the
Rock
revolvers.
Rock Armory one or a different one?
The Semi was a Car 40, and this is a Rossi 357 Magnum.
Rossi.
Yeah.
Those are pretty affordable, aren't they?
Yeah. A couple $100, $200 or $300, something like that. I think it's been a while though. I don't know. But yeah, I like the Ruger LCR with like 38, 38s in that thing. It's a nice light concealed carry gun. That's what I would do.